News piece number 1.
All right, and I'll take it from here. So this first news piece is about Blade and Sorcery, the physics-based combat sandbox. It's not quite out of early access just yet, but it did receive a massive update 8, which brings Sorcery to the Blade and Sorcery title, introducing all revamped new spells and armor systems, weapons, armor, and a lot more blades. So
Yeah, huge update.
huge update, and I did get a chance to play it earlier this week, and it
Ooh.
is truly living up to the name. It is incredible to have the new magical effects. It works really seamlessly into the game and has lots
Mhm.
of interesting interactions with all of Blade and Sorcery's existing features. It's a great step in the right direction.
That's good news to hear because I've played some Blade and Sorcery before this update. And was there even one spell besides lightning then? Because I was trying to find
I
it
think
and
there were
all I could
2.
find. What was
Oh,
the
There
other
were
one?
2.
maybe time slow. So they had lightning,
Yeah.
which is like an actual spell, and then they had slow time, which isn't really a spell, but a kind of a
Right.
cool feature.
Bullet time,
Yeah.
basically. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm excited. I gotta check this out. Also, because the weapons, it seems like you get in there and there's this pretty big library, but like 20 minutes in, you're like, okay, I've kind of like tried every weapon already. So that gets me excited and gets me wanting to get back into the game because that's pretty cool.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
for
the interesting thing about the update, though, in my opinion, isn't the new stuff that gets added, but how the new stuff interacts with each other. And so, one of the biggest things about this update is all of the armor pieces. So, all of the enemies now have different armor. You can have leather armor, you can have metal armor layered in different places. So, a person can have like a metal helmet and leather chest armor. Um, and so
that
your
is cool.
blunt weapons won't work all that well against leather, but works really well against steel. If you have a blade, you can't really slice into that metal armor, but you can heat it up with your fire spell, and it cuts like a knife through butter.
That's
Oh,
interesting.
Yeah,
that is
there's a
cool.
lot of really interesting interactions now.
Does it slow your movement, the armor?
I don't believe that there's player armor yet, only
Oh,
NPC armor.
okay.
I don't know if you've ever seen like videos of like people who actually wear armor, but for the most part, real armor doesn't slow you down nearly as much as media likes to make it out to.
Unless
People
the
in armor,
paper, the paper
yeah,
armor does.
you could sprint in a full set of armor. Like
Oh
that
wow.
stuff doesn't slow you down that much.
New Olympic sport, maybe.
Yeah.
Destiny, have you played Blade and Sorcery?
No, but, like, okay, I've seen a lot of funny videos being made in the game from more just, like, role playing, so it looks great, it looks hilarious, but I don't know if I could play it now and, like, take it as serious as it's meant to be. But it looks fun, so, I mean, maybe I'll check it out one day.
No,
I
I
don't
do have. There are some reservations about Blade and Sorcery, right? Like it is an incredibly hyper violent game, and that sort of thing doesn't bug me normally. But it is the definitely one of the games where I mean, I'm sure a lot of us have always heard, "Oh, video games cause violence," right? This is
Mhm.
maybe the one game where I can kind of see where they're coming from.
It looks very brutal, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and that's where this is funny because Nat, my wife, I talk about her stuff. She had seen some of the videos with me and was like shocked and like this is appalling. This looks terrible. And then I got her to play it,
Uh,
and she was like, "Okay, this is actually pretty fun. Like
yes.
it's real enough that like yeah, it feels like you're like fighting people stuff, but at the same time, it's still fake enough that you can laugh, you can enjoy it. You don't have to actually be a psycho to enjoy the game."
It's
Right.
like GTA.
I one question that I kind of asked when first playing this game, I do wonder. So like, oh man, and I'm not going to take us off on this tangent. I'm going to cut myself off, but I just want to say this. I do wonder, like, if someone had urges that weren't healthy for society,
Ooh.
could they actually play a game like that and get them out in a way that didn't hurt other people? But I'm going to cut it off right there. We're going to move on, talk about some different news because that is way too deep of a rabbit
Yes.
hole to start here
Leave
today.
it for the listeners to comment on or whatever.
Yeah, tell
And
us
if
what
you're
you
on,
think out there.
yeah, and if you're listening and you're like, I can't comment on Spotify, perhaps join the Discord community. Yes, it's in the show notes.
Well, it's the place to be. It's a happening place. We have like
It
as
is.
many people there as we have subscribers on YouTube, so it is
Yeah.
happening.